Hello, very good day to you. Welcome to your latest Scotland weather update from the Met Office. Now it is going to turn pretty wet for some of us, particularly towards the west of Scotland as we go through the next few hours. That's because there's some heavy persistent rain here. We do still have some of today's heavy thundery showers continuing for a little while yet. Worth bearing in mind there is a warning across large chunks of the country to cover for the heavy bursts of rain and the risk of hail and the risk of lightning, particularly towards the borders area, but perhaps a little bit further north. Additionally, there is a rain warning out across some western parts of Scotland because of this band of more persistent heavy rain that's pushing through. That continues through much of the night. We could see potentially 50 to 60, maybe up to 70 millimetres of rain in some places, particularly out towards western parts. Skye, for example, likely to see those high rainfall totals. So a very wet picture for western areas as we go overnight. Could be some flooding, travel disruption. Further east, a drier story, even some clear skies around, but the cloud is going to build a little bit more as we go through the early hours of Tuesday morning. It's going to stay largely dry towards the far east, and also it's going to be generally mild for many of us. Temperatures holding up in the mid-teens Celsius, so actually pretty warm. Some places may be dipping into low teens, but on the whole, a relatively warm start to the day on Tuesday. But it is also going to be quite a cloudy one for many. Eastern parts of Aberdeenshire, for example, maybe towards Dundee, some brighter breaks, but on the whole, a lot of cloud for most and some fairly wet weather, albeit the heaviest, most persistent rain will have eased across western parts of Scotland. And actually, we're going to see the rain continuing to fragment, break up and ease as we go through the day. Nonetheless, a bit damp for some of us, even across eastern areas. I'm expecting a few outbreaks of rain to push their way through, albeit they're looking relatively light. There's going to be a fair amount of cloud around as we go through Tuesday, perhaps a bit more cloud than on Monday. Only a few places seeing some bright or sunny spells by the time that we get to the middle of the afternoon. And with that then, if you're stuck under the cloud and if you do get any of that rain, it's going to feel a little bit fresher, but in any sunshine, well, feeling relatively warm. We may just about see temperatures for some scraping into the low 20s Celsius. Later on as we go through Tuesday, staying quite cloudy for many for a little while yet. Further outbreaks of rain. Some of the showers across eastern Scotland could pep up, turn a bit heavier, maybe a bit thundery at times. And actually the rain across western Scotland is likely to get a little bit more persistent as we go through the evening and overnight Tuesday into Wednesday as well. Again, a fairly warm night for most. Then into Wednesday, looking quite cloudy, a bit damp to start off with. There's going to be more outbreaks of rain, particularly towards the eastern parts. There could be a swathe of wetter weather coming in from the North Sea. That's likely to affect eastern parts of the borders area, for example. Elsewhere, a bit drier, a few spots of drizzly rain, perhaps towards the far northwest of Scotland, and the odd outbreak here and there. Otherwise, but again, quite cloudy, limited bright or sunny spells. There should be some sunshine breaking through at times, but most of us, this is going to be quite short-lived. And temperatures, well, similar to Tuesday really, 20, maybe 21 Celsius around Glasgow, Edinburgh for example, but most places holding up in the high teens Celsius. So around average for the time of year, perhaps something a little bit warmer to come as we go towards the end of the week, but I'm not expecting temperatures to shoot up too rapidly, but definitely something to keep an eye out for. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.